Okay, first years, this is the second of the worksheets that I gave you last Thursday week, and we can work on. On this one here, we want to draw the Metro logo symbol there. So the logo is based on a rhombus. Identify each internal angle of the given rhombus, draw the rhombus using the given measurements. So we know that angle there is 30 degrees, so we can use our 30-degree set square on that, so we can start immediately. So we know we know that the angle inside there will be 120. Okay, a rhombus is a special sort of parallelogram which has 4 equal sides in a parallelogram, and hence a rhombus opposite sides are equal. So a special parallelogram which 4 sides are equal. So it's like a square. If you actually to compress a square, that's what you're going to get. There's our 120, 60 and 60. Okay, we know that angle is 160 because those 3 have to add up to 180. So that's going to be 120. That's obviously going to be 120 because they are opposite angles. So that leaves the remaining 2 being 60. Because 120 and 120 is 240. 360 minus 240 is 120, so those 2 angles will be 60 and 60. So we did that in our previous sheet. So we have to give them measurements. We're going to draw the rhombus. So we know the angles and we know the length of sides. Okay, let's start. And we'll start with that. That's 80 mils to there. So we kind of draw that, come up at 30 degrees from any point, 80 millimeters out. That'll give us that. So we've started with and just come back on that one a little bit. Start by drawing horizontal line, a vertical line, come out 80 millimeters and find that point. So just measure out along that line there to 80, and you'll draw in that. Okay, so anywhere there will give you that. So here we start from there, and we'll come over 30 degrees from that and complete our rhombus. Opposite sides are equal in a rhombus, and all 4 sides are equal in a rhombus. So come down 15 millimeters. Now lads, I don't mind if you come in 15 here, it doesn't matter, or 20 indeed. You know, it's the shape we're going to draw, but 15 millimeters parallel to that will be grand. Come up on that one, so that's 30 there, so it'll be 15 up and 15 down to get that one. And then we can heavy in those. Remember, anything red is light, and that gives us our Metro logo. That's easy and easy to complete. Okay, I think we'll go on to the other one, the Lotto logo. It's not the Irish Lotto, of course, but anyway, it's one that we can work with. Hope we all win it sometime. Okay, given the measurements, draw the parallelogram. Now, we're dealing with parallelograms here. So where do we start? Come off at 25 degrees. Now, where are you going to get 25 degrees? You don't have a set square, but you do have a protractor. So we're going to use your protractor to get 25 degrees and measure up 110 millimeters. Come off at 40 degrees there, measure up 75. So in this case, you're going to need your protractor. Remember, 25 for the line on the right, 40 for the line on the left. Measure up 110 and 75. Now, in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal and parallel. So that line is going to be 25 degrees and it'll be parallel, so it'll be 110. That one will be 40 and it'll be 75. So measure up 45 at this point, out 25. Now that line here, remember, is going to be 40 degrees as well. So measure out 45, draw that line, it'll be 40 degrees to set square, or you can just use your 2 set squares to get a parallel line. These lines are going to be parallel to that, so they're going to be 25 degrees and 25 degrees. Now, lads, if you make that 30 degrees, that is fine too. I don't mind if you do. And if you make that 45 degrees, I don't mind. So if you want to make it easier for yourself, you can do that. So if I come back here and just remind you that you could make that angle 30 degrees instead of 25, measure 110, you can make that one 45. It's not going to make any difference. It'll make it easier for you, but you'll be using both set squares in this situation. So make that 30 degrees and 45 degrees, 45 mils and 45 degrees there, 25, 30 degrees, 30 degrees. Okay, that'll also be 25, by the way. And we'll get that. Remember, red is light, black is heavy, and we'll draw that in. So what about the final one? We'll know that that dimension is 10 millimeters there. So we'll complete that. And there is your logo, right? Again, what did we do to modify it? We could use our 30 degree set square here, 45 degree set square here, right? All of these lines then will be 45 degrees. All of these lines will be 30 degrees. And of course, all logos need shading, lads. So shade it in and that'll give you that. So that's sheet 2, lads. Not a hard one to do. You have the worksheet, you can work on that and hope you're minding yourselves. Thank you, lads.